Stream. Okay, there we go. Ow! There we go. Now let's go back to over here.
That's my YouTube channel.
Let's see what the delay is. So it popped up there. Okay, there we go. Ow! There we go.
Dad, just go regular.
What do you mean regular?
Like what we're doing right now.
Oh, back to StreamYard here?
Like what we're doing.
Okay. Let's see what the delay is. So it popped up there. All right, so you going to give them a talk and tell them what's up? Or now I'll go get a drink.
No one's here.
Myra should be. Ask if anybody's there.
But, so I dyed my hair with Kool-Aid, and we went to the lake this weekend, and today with my, we had a water day, we turned on the sprinklers and all that, so yeah, and yeah. And, I was, sorry, so I have been just having fun, and yeah. Hi guys.
Is anybody in the chat?
Yeah, and so you guys know the thing like last year that I don't know if we live streamed this, but there was like keychains, and we put it on a keychain, so I'll go get those in a minute so we can do them, right, Daddy?
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll probably maybe remember it, but it's a fun craft. I haven't done it in a while because I found it in my dad's eBay room. Okay, I'm gonna go get it.
So you're just gonna leave them there, Kendall? Yeah, let me fill in. All right, hey Aaron, Myra, Marie, how are you guys doing? It's been a long time. You kind of get media overload and all that, and then I don't know about you guys on some of your YouTube stuff going on right now, but my normal people or stuff that I watch is getting harder to find, and different content's been popping up, and it's been kind of tough to, and then you just get overwhelmed with just too much content. You don't get anything done. So anyway, we were like hanging out. We just we were at home today. I did we have a Facebook page in our area called Buy Nothing, and you can either gift stuff or you can put wishes on there of stuff you want to receive. And I gifted hey, Darlene's here too. I gifted basically anybody that had bicycles that needed repair or fixed, or if anybody, I offered anybody that had bikes that needed, they wanted to donate, that we could donate the bikes and then take the parts and all that. So it's been pretty good. We ended up getting a bike that I might be able to keep for myself, and then we'll share the other one. So Mark, well, let's see.
Mark is here.
Aaron Marcus. So he said, let's see, my eBay account was hacked last night. They listed like 6 items really cheap. I woke up to 60 sales. Not sure what the plans was, but it doesn't make sense to me.
Daddy?
I thought you were going to say like they listed 6 items for me. Huh.
So...
Yeah, what do you do? And then how do you get support to get that cleared up? It's like, oh, it's frustrating.
Oh, so frustrating. Daddy, look.
Aaron, let me know if you're interested in that that Pokemon stuff. I'd like it to make a little bit, maybe 15, 20 bucks, 30 bucks on it. But if you're interested in it, I'd consider getting it to you. I'm just trying to clean out, and I'm not excited about listening
Now back
yet. So.
to me.
All right, Kendall wants to do a little bit. We haven't been doing any lives lately, and I've been kind of limiting Kendall's media time. But Myra, I reached out to Myra saying I missed the old times, everybody checking in and all that. So I thought we'd.
She said she wanted to see a live.
Yeah, so do a live. So we had a good busy day today, but I just got out of the shower from cleaning up, and
Okay,
tomorrow.
it's my turn now.
Okay, Kendall, hold on, Kendall. Be respectful. All right, so Kendall's going to do an art project, I think.
Okay, but I'm first just going to show you the keychains because it's just hard for me to do it by myself. So I'm going to dump out them. So there's all sorts of things. Look, I just found one. It's all... Daddy, it's a Hello Kitty one.
A what?
A Hello Kitty one.
Oh, really? So when you show it like that, you want to put your hand behind it so it focuses on, and then go right up to the camera, and it should focus. Is focus better? Okay.
There.
Okay.
And then
or
there's
you can take a piece of paper.
Oh, and then there's like a heart one. And then there is like a leaf one, and like a heart one again. And there's like a footstep, a bike, a mermaid, an owl, a key, a butterfly, a peace sign, a music note, a horse, angel, butterfly, puppy print, another puppy print, a sea turtle, and a decor, and all that. And then the next one that I have is very cool. These ones. I love these more probably because they have good sayings. So let's pick one out. Me versus me. Me versus me. Me versus me. Always. Really cool. B.
So what is everybody saying, Kendall? Glenn, Swamp Picker's here.
I can. Both sides. I love you. Wish. Let's see. You versus you. Like me versus you, but you versus. There. You are always in my heart.
All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Let's see what our next one's gonna be. I love you to the moon and back. I love you to the moon and back. Let's see. Forever. Forever. Let's get one more in there. Live your dream. Live your dream. Maybe one more. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. And then why? And then let's see what else there could be that I need everything, get up. Everything, get up. Everything, get up. Life, laugh, love. Life, laugh, love.
All right, three more.
Made with love. Let's see. No matter where. We can't see it that clear. No matter where, and live like you love. Live like you love. And something on the back. She believes she comes so.
Speak to the computer so I can see, Kendall.
Good.
20 seconds.
You are my sunshine. Let me pick this up, Daddy. That'll be our next.
All right, here, I'll pick them up.
No, I will.
Which bag you put them in? This?
No, I will.
I'll hold it open for you.
I got it. Okay, now you can talk without them seeing you.
What?
Yeah,
They don't want to hear.
talk.
So, all right. So we had a good day. I'm making my to-do list for tomorrow. I've got to get taxes in. I've got to go do handyman work at my in-laws' house, hang some light fixtures, replace some fill valves. I've kind of been putting that off. And they are down right now. My in-laws are down at Lake Gadsden, so I like doing work on their house when they're not there, if at all possible. Got to run to get some inner tubes. I didn't realize how much of a need all this bike repair was going to be, and we've gotten a lot of bikes and a lot of donations, so I've been able to upgrade my bike, and then I'm going to give away. We'll see what we have, but
my dad. So he put all the repairs in the shed, and I couldn't fit my bike in. So I just put 2 of his repairs out there, and I put my bike in because I'm part of the family, and those bikes are not.
Well,
I put the pink one and the silver and green one, not the one that Miss Bun tried and Cooper tried. Because that one's the good one, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's decent. Tell them about it.
So, eBay sales, probably I think over the weekend. I know we had 3 eBay, 1 Amazon. Nothing really rocket science.
He sold
vintage trouble game, a cork frame from the yard sale the other day, and some green small flower vases that I pulled out of an estate, and then some Nike headbands from my Amazon. So
I was going to say that.
I think if I said it,
sport
what
headbands,
yeah,
just sport headbands.
So
and my brother catch 3 catfish. So, and 1 baby fish.
and didn't he lose his fishing rod too?
And he lost 1 fishing rod. So funny.
Yeah, Cooper's figuring out when you fish catfish, you got to really anchor your rod, or the catfish can pull it in. And so this time the catfish were winning this last trip down to the lake. But what I'm getting excited about is him catching some catfish, and then we get to eat.
How do you not show someone?
Just click back on the blue. That's Denise.
Now I'm going to click on this.
So, okay, let me start over, Kendall.
And this one.
Put all this back over in the craft area, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Oh no. What did she say oh no for?
Oh, I don't know. Here, let me start over.
Why did you say oh no?
So, let's see
Why
here.
did she say oh no?
I don't know. We were still...
Oh no. How do you say? Oh no! Oh no!
Uh-oh, that's the love one.
The love. I can't mess up that. Hey everyone.
West Side Gary. Hey, how are you?
Hey.
So let's see. So the bicycle's been great. It's my wife always says, you know, you're doing all the stuff for everybody else. Why don't you just start doing some stuff for our family? But it's very rewarding. And I told somebody today, matter of fact, I'd rather probably have fix people's bikes and give them away than have a yard sale. So I was
You're in trouble.
thinking some of the progress on getting the garage cleaned out is I've met a lady that used to work at the Salvation Army that's been doing yard sales, and I offered I'm going to take some stuff over to her. It's just going to use my time more wisely. You know, my higher end stuff is, or you know, whatever, the little higher end stuff I'm selling on eBay, so I don't need to deal with yard sale downers and wheeling and dealing. I just right now just don't have the patience for it. So honestly, but I need to get space. So we're jamming all these bikes in the shed and all that. So that's what's been going on that front. What else has been going on? Just shaved. I was pretty scruffy all around today. I just shaved, feel a little better on that. Hey, Aaron, maybe we'll work out a thing where I can, if you're confident we can make money on it and all that, maybe I'll send them to you. You sell them, list them, and then you just pay me once you've sold them. If you feel comfortable with that, I trust people. So,
My daddy is going bonkers in the house.
So, if any of y'all watched that latest dumpster dive video, we with all from the Marshalls that we got all the chips. I'd say we've given away or eaten over half of those chips. The Himalayan salt, the pink Himalayan salt, has been the favorite. And I'm not a big fan of potato chips, but these were good chips and all that. So no, we don't need to open up anymore.
There's none open.
All right, we don't. But Kendall, it's like 10 o'clock at night. We don't need to be eating chips.
What?
So,
protein.
That's not protein.
Yes, it is. It's healthy.
So Kendall's been staying up late. Of course, you know, we're kind of done with school almost. And so summer's kind of started.
School party.
And the kids are playing in the neighborhood, kind of social distancing, but we're all kind of just not getting close, not letting them play basketball, but they still get to, you know, ride their skateboards, their bikes, and all that.
It's a trendy neighborhood thing that everyone basically has a longboard or a skateboard or a penny board in our neighborhood.
Do you?
Yeah.
Or you just borrow your brother's?
I have one.
You do?
I have a skateboard.
Oh, you do?
Ain't I cool?
You're so cool.
I know, I'm cool.
So, action on it for anybody's watching reselling wise, you know, you get out of it what you put in it. And I was, well, why do we have you here? Oh no.
Who's drawing?
So you know, got to kind of get back on the listing wagon with eBay. The eBay room actually is emptying out some. The bins are getting kind of empty. I'm consolidating. Some of my plastic lids have broken. So just got to keep listing and sourcing from my house. I haven't really ventured out to, you know, my retail arbitrage with Walgreens and Lowe's and the none of the really thrift stores, the local Salvation Army. When all this kind of hit the fan, they closed shop and cleaned out, and they're not coming back. Goodwill's been taking donations, but I don't think the store is open yet. I don't need any more stuff. I just need to get listed what I've got for now.
You need to get rid of your junk.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Should be done by tomorrow.
Yeah. And you know, here we are, what, 2.5 months in it, and you're like, is there any improvement? And we are making progress, but it's just taking longer.
There's this much improvement than this much
Oh my gosh, Kendall, you are a handful.
Let's hit flip and mama not joined.
You what?
Hip flip and mama.
Oh, hip flop and mama. Who knows? I don't know. You know, I'm not sure everybody's been. I mean, I think people are. I know she does her Wednesday night auctions,
It's
but
not Wednesday.
no, it's
It's Monday.
Monday. Everybody's week's going to be messed up this week because of the change in schedule and all that. Memorial Day. So what's Memorial Day mean, Kendall?
So it's for the veterans.
Are the ones that are living or the ones that have died?
The
The ones that died, right? Fighting for our freedom and all that, right?
mm-hmm.
And then, so what's the holiday that we celebrate the veterans that are alive? Do you know what that one's called?
Let me search it up on the Wikipedia.
The calendar?
Mm-hmm. Father's Day.
No.
Not you.
What do you think? What do you think?
Tell me what month.
What month is Veterans Day?
Oh. Thanks for the clue, Daddy.
I'm not good.
I found Veterans Day.
What month is it?
It's November.
November. Okay, that's holiday to celebrate and be thankful for the veterans.
No, it's the Christmas Eve. Christmas. New Year's Eve. Woohoo!
So I've got to get my driver's license updated. I'm not looking forward to it because you've got to take your birth certificate in or your passport. I got to find all that stuff. I don't know where it is.
And my dad has to get a new picture.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I'm going to pick his outfit out. I'm going to pick a Hawaii outfit.
I've also got to get the truck inspected this week, and with it being kind of in lockdown, we get to sit in the vehicle, which is great because I've got to open my truck. I've got to reach out the window and open it from the outside because the latch on the inside doesn't work. Working on getting my power washer straight. Any of y'all got power washers on? Always getting those things started the first of the season. And I think I've got 3 power washers because I kind of keep them rotating around. I pick them up at yard sales and all that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
you just sit them in the garage.
Aaron's got to go back to work after 2 months. It's tough. I know I can
Yucky.
It's yucky, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, I know.
Relaxing.
I'm trying to, like, as soon as we get money coming in, I'm trying to at least pay our mortgage to try to stay ahead of the thing. And I think I paid, what are we, May, June, July? I think July is going in after the first of the month. We'll get July going in. So I think I'm 1 month ahead, which I kind of like that because then it gets me scrambling or keeps me ahead of the game. And I'm also just a little bit, I've got a little bit of exposure in the stock market, and I've got to remember to call tomorrow to try to get out of the stock market, take my losses and cash. I don't understand how the stock market is as high as it is with everything going on. Something's not right. And I just don't trust it. Are you, oh, she's misting we had some mushrooms.
All right, y'all.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm showing them.
Oh.
Here you go. I'm spraying the mushroom.
Oh, we've got like a home kit for mushrooms. What are you talking about, Norris? Oh, wow, we can keep the same picture and pay online. Look at me.
Whoa, so cool. And we just have a little squirt bottle that you go squirt.
Hey, Mr. Sadie, how are you?
Squirt, squirt, squirt. And yeah, and we already got some mushrooms. That's why we're planting them more.
We did get some mushrooms from the one side. That was a gift to one of my buddies that one time thought he was.
And these pants are for me.
All right, Kendall, put it back on here, please. Thank you, girl.
Can they see me?
No, it's this side.
They
That's
can
good.
see me now.
Thank you. Put that mister up. So we got this mushroom kit, and I'd given it to one of my friends to for Christmas, and then he moved, and he wasn't interested in it. So 2 years later, I finally ended up getting it, trying it, and we went away and came back, and the mushrooms all bloomed out. It was really kind of neat, and they were good mushrooms, as a matter of fact. So it was kind of a fun activity. And this week, I ordered, or I'd gotten some rennet last week from eBay, and we're going to do our attempt at making blue cheese that you don't have to cook. So I'm hoping.
So I'm not going to help. It's his project because I don't like blue cheese.
So, oh, look at Denise is doing, this is cool. I've got to do a Shed Wars video, Denise. I'm going to try to do that. One of the garden groups is doing these growing gardens and all that. And I actually did all my plants so far this year. Now, we haven't harvested anything, but I did all my plants by seed. So they all kind of started at the, like my squash all started at the same time. And I put some squash plants in my raised beds and some squash plants in my wicking buckets. And my wicking buckets are like double the size of what's in the raised bed. So I'm hoping that that's going to be a neat little trick that we use this year to get things rolling. So I'm still, Denise, talk about you need to edit and post videos. I still need to get a good heading on my YouTube channel, learn how to edit a little bit.
I know how to edit.
And Kendall says she knows how to edit.
So,
but I just do, everything's live. It's either record and then post or just do live chat.
Do it again.
So, do what?
Normally we film it. And if we don't like it, we do it again.
But not very rare. I mean, most of the time it's just like one cut, isn't it?
Yeah,
pretty
but
much.
It's pretty much the kids filming because they're the best at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because normally my dad's like, "Hi guys, I'm subscribe. Welcome back to our channel." And at the end, I'm like, "Subscribe, like, and comment down below." But they can't because I'm on it. So,
yeah, Denise, back to your raised bucket or your buckets and all that. I'm trying to get the deck stained first, and then I'm going to move most of the buckets up on the deck because I want to keep them away, hopefully away from the animals and all that. And but the deck hadn't gotten stained. Maybe I just
he's adding a lot to his list.
I know I am. I hope I can get some of it done.
I'll show them.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Kendall.
It's a big one.
But I kind of like that where you water it, and not that you forget it, but that water stays in the bucket. So, and then with editing, Darlene, it's just more responsibility and more time, and I'm just still haven't bitten off the whole YouTube deal on. Are we doing it to enjoy it? Or are we trying to get more subs? I what are we up to, 450 or 460 on subs or something? And I appreciate all y'all that have hung with us and all that. It's great. Made some good friends. There's some good folks on YouTube. So I had a little bit of an update on my mom. She's still in the nursing home. 473. Thank you, Myra. My mom's still in the nursing home. We're unable to go in and see her. We have been able to participate in Zoom. One time we were supposed to do it this morning at 10, and we still never heard back from the nursing home on what was up. So that's a frustrating part. But it's like, really, what can you do? Really, seriously. I mean, go off on him, get mad. That doesn't help. So that being said, what I was going to say is normally when I visit my mom, I do my weigh-in like on one of the roll-on scale where they used to weigh the patients, and I haven't had a weigh-in, and I actually I don't even think I know I'm probably weigh the most I've ever weighed right now. It's embarrassing. Hey, Anna Moore, how are you? Thanks for popping in. And so that's probably a challenge that some of us have on with this. And it's not like we stay busy, but also we're like snacking, and I'm just trying to cut back on drinking more water. Although occasionally I'll have a mixed drink of Jim Beam, Coke, and lemon. And I've had probably more of that in the last month than I've had in the last 5 years, because one of my prepping things was I bought a case of liquor, and I enjoyed Jim Beam, Coke, and lemon on ice and water. So, but that's calories, man. Calories. So, hey, Bum Crack Picker, how are you? Thanks for popping in. I think the last show I was on, I think you were on Tommy and Tracy's show last night, and they woke you up from getting ready to go to bed. That was pretty funny. So, but thank you all for popping in and hanging out. Write some, if anybody's got any content ideas or whatever, we're kind of open. You know my dry humor on stuff that I need to, that I think that I enjoy, that I'm not sure other people enjoy, but I like, the film, and I probably need to. Hey, Sandra, man, we got the regulars coming in. Sandra is a friend that I met from Jerry Whitney's auction from Scottsville, and she's got probably, I've heard about it. She's got probably one of the biggest costume jewelry collections on the East Coast. I don't know that for sure, but I know she's got a very nice collection. And hopefully one day we can film it or share it or do a live, and she can talk about some of her special pieces and all that. But it's kind of speaking of it, I've been lurking over at the auction, but I haven't been bidding. They really haven't have oddball stuff going on. Was over at the auction place. It's been a lot of looks like. Maybe Amazon returns, and it's just not for me, not worth me shipping and all that. So, Anna Moore, she said, after quarantine, first place I went to, is that where did you go to, the nursing home? Yeah, I know. We did the most touching thing we did a Mother's Day parade, and I said, oh, I'll show up and help out. And it was crazy. It was. I thought maybe maybe 5-6 cars would show up. It was probably a good 30 to 40 cars there, and it was enough cars basically to circle the whole big building. It was a huge. It's like a 4-story building. So that was probably the most touching thing that we've been able to do. With my mom was do that drive, and I didn't get to see her then, but there were people on their balconies, and they were happy that the people did the drive-by and all that. So, but that's the update on my mom. So it's it is what it is. It's kind of sad. She doesn't know what's going on. I think she looks like the last time I saw her on Zoom, she's lost some weight. Which is probably good. I don't know what level of care. I have no idea, because we haven't been able to in there. You just can't worry about it. So you just got to keep rolling and kind of take that part off your plate. So I'm hoping that that we can get in there and visit soon. But I don't see it happening, because they're going to lock down liability wise. They've done good. So far, they've had no diagnosed cases of COVID, and so they're doing a good job on that. But it's like I think it's just a matter of time. I'm not trying to be negative, but that's just how it is. So thank y'all for putting up with me drinking water. So one of my rally calls, I guess, is really trying to work on staying positive, on using your time and just being positive on what's going in your head. And in reality, really, all we really have control of is what our little sphere of influence and our household, maybe our community, but everything else on a big picture, nationally, internationally, politically, even, all this stuff in the news, it's just, it gets overwhelming. And in the big picture, we really don't have much we can do about it. It's the people that do that. We have, what can we do? And so I've kind of taken a break, not a necessary break on information, news, and all that, but I have. It's just like I find I can get just as much caught up every third day than if I was watching it every day. But I'm also going with some things I feel, if your gut is telling you something, you got to go with it. And a couple of things I still think it's important to have, whatever you can, shelf-stable stuff, maybe some extra food. And shelf-stable stuff, market-wise, like I said, I'm going to take money out of the stock market that I have. I don't have a lot. I have some. My mom's got more in, and right now I'm just trying to maintain what she's got. I'm not interested in hitting home runs with interest and all that. I just want to maintain what I've got so I can take care of her, because she's got her facility bill's about $65,000 a year. And she does have some insurance for it, but also she's got that, when we sold her house and all that, that basically belongs to her. So we put that back in and put it in some limited investments. But I'd rather just hold what I've got. And so that's kind of one of the things I'm doing. And then again, just trying to figure out what's the most productive use of my time, what's important on, like these bikes. Do I really need to be fixing these bikes? Probably not. But it was nice. It brings me joy. It really does. The lady was like, I've tried to fix my daughter's bike so much. I mean, I had that thing fixed within an hour, called her back. She's like, wow, and so my love language is acts of service. And so that's just been kind of rewarding, but I don't need more projects on my plate. But I'm putting more projects on my plate. So that's what's going on. Let me see. I'm going to change my clock so it makes it look like we're working. I almost looked, what is it? What is it, 10:14? And it looks like 11 something. Looks like I'm out in the Atlantic Ocean. Nope, no libraries, Myra. No libraries. We were at home today. I think you can like mobile checkout, but then they're not accepting any books back yet, which is crazy. And then like, my wife's a librarian at the middle school, and they're down to under 500, 400 books to get back from the students, because the students have been able to come in and clean out their library or their lockers. And so I think all the grades are in and all that. So let's see, what did Denise have to say? You need an accountability person other than your wife, John, so you'll stop adding soldiers. Honestly, yeah. First of all, I did not know when I put that gift up there, I felt like there was a need, but I got over like 30 responses between, fixing pedals, chains. Like someone said, oh, I need a new chain. And I'm like, what makes you think you need a new chain? And they're like, oh, because it's rusty. Well, just because a chain is rusty doesn't mean it's bad. It just, 50-50 chance you can save the chain. And that's getting into a totally different can of worms on when you got to replace chains and all that. So, but it's been a good service project. So it was. So today we ended up fixing. I know I keep repeating myself and all that. 3 bikes that possibly we could give away, and then 1 bike was a good bike that the lady dropped off. I had it fixed within an hour and she picked back up. Another bike that got dropped off was a nice cruiser bike, Schwinn cruiser, looked like a nice like quilted seat, had a she flashlight thing, but she needed new inner tubes. And the inner tubes she had were 26s, which means 26-inch, and then we needed 28. And I think she just bought the inner tubes that said Schwinn, and because she had a bike Schwinn, she just kind of assumed that Schwinn was Schwinn. And there's loads of different sizes, and then you've got different valves, and the most common valve is called a Schrader valve. But so anyway, that's you guys don't want to hear about bikes. So let's see, what did they say? I have one for when I talk to my mom, because I tend to share stuff about our life that she could care less about and I get hurt. Yeah. So yeah, my mom, talking to my mom Denise, is just kind of like, you just share and talk, you get a little bit, maybe get a little bit of reaction. I try to get her riled up, maybe asking her who her favorite child was, or she seems to react to, if I'm going to I'll say I'm going to the grocery store. So going to the grocery store, do we need to get anything, or did you vacuum or clean the house? That's our two things. So Darlene, thank you so much for popping in, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'll see if I can pop in on the live your show tomorrow and say hi to everybody. It's just and Kendall already went upstairs, but thank you guys for saying good night. Night. Yeah, and Denise, you talking about your mom still living at home. That's we attempted to do that with my mom, and her and Kendall was only like 6 at the time. No, Kendall was 4, and it was starting to get, because she's been in there for about 4 years now. It was beginning to get, they were going at each other, and it was just like, no, I got to keep my family unit happy. And she wouldn't want, that they had set up, that if they needed to go in the facility. It was tough, but it's the right decision. If financially we could have handled it, and my mom had gotten, or my dad had bought long-term care insurance, I don't see how families can't afford it. $65,000 a year. That's just crazy. But the insurance is paying it, so that was nice. But I respect you for taking care of mom, and I know Darlene's got her mama at her house too. So it's great. And you just, the big things, you pray for health. Health is the blessing. So what else is going on? I'm trying to think of what else is going on. The boys have started baseball practice back up. Cooper has started not only his baseball, but he's also on a basketball team, and he seemed to really like his basketball team going on. And the Cooper was supposed to go to Cooperstown, and he ended up not doing Cooperstown, or that Cooperstown got canceled. So Cooperstown's not happening. And they were supposed to do a Disney tournament, and we said we were not going to go. And I think that was happening the 3rd week in June, and I think all tournaments are canceled up to the 2nd week of June, which possibly will get pushed back. But we just didn't feel like that was the best investment of our family and our finances, and we're still kind of up in the air on. My wife's a little bit concerned with her library job, so I don't worry about it until there's something to worry about, But I got you, Denise. Denise said still living in her own home. That's even more wonderful. She's out still on her own. So that's great. So my aunt from Texas Aunt Beth, she just she had been living in Texas, I think, for at least 25, 30 years. And she had sold her house, which worked out. It wasn't moving, and then all of a sudden, within the last month, somebody came in and bought her house, and she got her house cleaned up and packed up. And Aunt Susie from Henderson, Kentucky, drove down and drove back with her sister, and now they're going to both be living in Henderson, which was that's where my dad was from, Henderson, Kentucky. And so that's kind of what they got going on. And so Aunt Susie and them were getting caught up on that. So, all right, what else y'all want to talk about? I had started talking about making that blue cheese this week. I ordered the rennet. I was going around the grocery stores, and I said, man, my time's more valuable. So I ended up paying, I think it was $12, $15 for a little bottle of rennet. And the ingredients are, I found a recipe on YouTube. You take a whole half a gallon of milk, whole milk. You pour a little bit off the top. You put a tablespoon of lemon juice, a teaspoon, I think it is, of rennet. Shake it up, and then let it curd overnight. And you've got curd and whey. You separate it in the morning. You pour the whey off, and then you kind of hang it in cheesecloth. Let it solidify and drain out a little bit. Then you poke holes in it, and then you seed it with some penicillium or blue cheese, the mold or whatever you call it, from blue cheese. And then you let it age for a couple days. And so we're going to give it a try. We haven't made any bread lately because the last time, that Kindle, we did that first load, it was terrible. We did the second load, and the second load turned out so good. We had that thing eaten within 24 hours. It was gone. I mean, it was crazy. So it was good. But I've got some, was it buttermilk or something that I bought that I found out in the fridge. I've got to get it out and make some bread. So Myra, you said about making tofu. Yeah, the last time I went, when I was tracking down that rennet, I went to one of the international markets, and I thought there was a great deal on tofu. I wasn't thinking. It was like $1.70 for the block. Well, I get up to the cash register, it's $6, but it's 2 pounds of tofu, and yay, Aaron! Thanks for did you send it at Richmond John at richmondhoneydew.com. We'll get in touch. Yeah, it's sitting. I haven't touched it, and I know we'll make money on it. I want to clean it out, and hopefully it'll be a blessing to you too, help out. So, what else is going on? My taxes are finally. I got the tax lady my taxes done, and so I've got to just submit the. I will get a little bit back on federal and I owe the state of Virginia. I always owe the state of Virginia for some reason. We don't deduct enough out of the paycheck, but I'm just glad they're done. So that is that. That's my last march. I'm looking at my marching band uniform in the background. That's the last one I've got, and I need to clean that thing out. I really wish I missed the 3-dot deal on the chats. I'm not sure what YouTube's thinking on that is, other than it keeps like-minded people from getting together, and it's a little bit more of an effort. So crop-wise, I have nothing I've eaten yet, but I have tomato plants are up to maybe about 6 inches. Some of my squash are up 7 inches tall, so they're all probably another 4 weeks out. My natural crop that's going right now is the blackberries, man. If I don't know if your area, I love going to pick blackberries out in the wild, and so I'm scoping out all the different places to go. There are a lot of blackberries coming in this year. I don't know what the deal is with that, but a lot of blackberries. So I've got to get out there and get more time. I need to get some cucumbers planted, and Caroline and her friend Jill did some weeding out back, and she actually, I'm not a big fan of weed killer, but the poison ivy was coming in, and I let her spray, and then I think it's got like a 2 or 3 week deal, and then you can plant. I'm over it. I just like, let's get it cleaned up. Let's do what we got to do and get that thing rolling. So that's what we got going on with our plants. Got spices and some of those succulents. I go when I do the box store, I always stop by the plant aisle, and any broken branches and succulents are great because they root real easy. And you don't eat succulents, but they're decorative. And I grab up all the broken pieces and then root them, and my succulents are coming in really cute, pretty. And so hopefully those will root up more and be neat, maybe neat little gifts and all that. So Aaron's got to go to work tomorrow. Darlene's got her show, and all of us will be hanging out. And all that. I'm a little tired. You don't realize when you're out working in the sun and all that, and I don't know if you'll see how thin my head is up top, but I've started having to wear a hat when I'm out in the sun. But even just being out in the sun, it drains you a little bit. So we did, one of our neighbors actually had a little barbecue today, and she had greens, barbecue, she had cucumber, tomato, vinaigrette salad, which was great. And then whenever I do barbecue, I like coleslaw, so that was cool. So Denise, I'd love to see your send me your on Messenger, whatever if you've got a special listing or store name or whatever, I can look at your listing. I'd love to look at it and just see your listings. I always thought it'd be cool to have like one fake listing that would, hi Jennifer, how are you? A fake listing to put on eBay, like a mosquito tooth, purple mosquito tooth for sale, purple mosquito tooth. And then you could look up or find that person's store by just that fictitious item. And because sometimes people don't remember the, Dad's Vintage Garage or Bone Crack Picker or the Bearded Picker or whatever, Bluegrass Picker. Uh-oh, Brady just came down. Mosquito, yeah, purple mosquito tooth. Maybe I'll do a listing for that and then make it $5,000 or something ridiculous. So one of the things I did find late, and everybody's got their little quirks, or you find your favorite little niches. Gardening is one of mine. I like watching gardening content, prank content a little bit, crafting content Kendall likes watching. But I found a couple flight attendant life or whatever of different flight attendants that were flying, before the virus, and now, kind of their world's kind of gotten kind of rough, and then they're kind of getting back into flying, and it's kind of neat little content of the lifestyle where they're on call and they got to go to the airport and just sit and wait. They may have a flight, they may not. So it's kind of a neat little niche and all that. I don't know if it's anybody I'm going to follow for a long time, but you kind of ebb and flow and you think about people, I was mentioning about how some of your content drops off, or I don't know where you bell it, and then for some reason you're not even sub to them when you. There's a RVer that I found that she does some live shows, and her account got hacked, and then she had to start a new account, and then it was like she lost subscribers, and then why would YouTube, or how would I get unsubscribed to her? She just sits around and talks, and I was saying I haven't heard from RV Dev lately, and she's an artist that sells on Etsy, I think it is, that does artwork and all that, and she lives out of an RV. And some of her lives, I just have them on sometimes. I hadn't heard from her, or haven't heard them in a while, and I go to her channel, and gosh knows I'm unsubscribed, no bell. I don't know what happens, but it does. If you sub to everybody too, and you're not watching content. Some of the lives I've been into, like where they're trying to share and all that, and it's great, but it's just like gaming content. I'm not interested in that, and I hate to say I'm not subbing, but it's just like, unless there's, and I'm not interested if it's all like 45 minutes, an hour. Every one is 40 hour. I'm not. I know I'm not even gonna watch it. I barely have an attention span for 5 minutes. So, are you going to bed, Brady? Oh, no.
No.
No, sir? Okay. Oh, excuse me. So, Denise, you're learning about taking pictures, huh?
Wow.
So you get back to finding that content that you watch, your routine. I was watching I watched Peak Prosperity is another one that I've been watching lately, and they've started cutting back. Their content was daily, and now they're cutting back to every 2 to 3 days, which is kind of like what I was saying, is you don't need to watch this stuff every day. And so do other stuff. And then also a little trick I do is you got normal, you got the 3 little dots on the screen. Is on a lot of content, I watch it 1.5, 1.75 speed to kind of get through it quicker. I mean, if you did double speed, you had a 10-minute video, did double speed, you only have to spend 5 minutes watching it. And just try to listen real good. So that's kind of good. And then I try to, not necessarily make comments, but a couple of cards. If it's kind of cute, like the other Harry Homestone the other day he set his camera up in his garage and then filmed him driving in the garage and getting out. And it's like a Hollywood moment. So he's kind of getting fancy on his videos, which we did something kind of similar to that the other day when we did the dumpster dive video with all the potato chips, where Cooper walked out of the garage and then got me, standing there in the rain. My brother actually said, "Hey, that was pretty cool." So I was just glad that my brother was watching one of my videos. So it's kind of neat. Let's see. What's Jenner saying? You think you can do it fast as Mel Denise? No. And some people are like slow talking, like down in the South. They're a little slower slang talking. So then you can speed it up to 2.0 and you can still understand it. And then other fast talker guys, you can't do a 2.0. It's just too quick, can't understand it. So, but that's one of the tricks that to kind of watch quicker content. I just don't. I say that, and then I can be on here for 2 or 3 hours, and I'm like, daggone, what did I just watch? So that being said, we just hit an hour. It is 10:30. Everybody's probably got a very productive day tomorrow. I was going to go to the bank, but it's going to be busy. Probably won't. But I am going to go to Costco because Caroline heard it through the grapevine that they actually got a toilet paper shipment in. And so I'm going to try to hit it early, hit Costco, hit Target, get inner tubes. It's funny how, what normally you could just run to the store. Now you've got to kind of plan. And then you're thinking, this is another thing that one of my little quirks or whatever, that if there's something that you use and you can afford to buy extra, in my case, it was not Ivory soap. What's the green soap? Whatever that green soap is that smells kind of woodsy. If you can afford to buy an extra pack of that, buy it. And my thinking is, one, it's not going to get any cheaper. Two, you may not be supplied like it used to be. So you got to get it when you can get it. So, so that's my thought on, if you can afford to buy a little extra, and then that basically puts your cash also in material things as opposed to, a cash thing. It's good to have extra cash, but also it's good to have, hard goods that you're going to use, because I'm that's one thing that kind of scares me, is your dollar bills may not be as much value as a bar of soap or electrical conduit or bottle of liquor or medical supply, or whatever it is. If you're going to use it, like Irish Spring, that's it. You're right. Irish Spring, that's my soap of choice. So the other thing, I have Kendall's, into all these shampoos and conditioners, and you got your little pumps and all that. You don't have to pump the pump all the way down and fill your whole palm with product. You just need a little bit. She doesn't get that. Just like toothpaste, you don't need to go to the whole length of the toothbrush. Just go halfway across. They make their dispensers for a reason, to give up more product than you need. So you got to buy it more often. So just little things like that can stretch things out a little bit. So we did shoes. We ended up ordering shoes for the kids a little one size bigger. I think it's going to be more difficult to. There's less competition in the marketplace right now. You got companies like JCPenney's, Neiman Marcus, J. Crew, all filing for bankruptcy. Who knows if they're going to be around? And so in the short term, it might be a good deal, but then in the long term, it's going to be tougher to find stuff. And then you're talking about manufacturing chains and all that. Bikes are sold out in our area. You can't get them at Walmart. You can't get them at the bike shops. The bike shops are only, maintenance-wise, they're only working on, and service, they're only working on bikes they sold out of their shop. They will not take any outside bikes. And so, one, that tells you how busy they are. And then two, the bike shops have sold out of their lower. Of course, bike shops are higher end than what you could get at like Target and Walmart. But most of I haven't been in a Target, and really since this thing hit, I haven't been in a Walmart. But I understand there's not very many bikes to choose from. And the bike guy at the bike store had mentioned, he said that he thinks India and Cambodia are going to be the two new manufacturers for bike product. So it's going to be interesting, what the new China will make it. They'll be okay, but it's just like have not been a big fan of China products. I love the China people. As a matter of fact, I'd love to go to the Great Wall of China one day. That's kind of one of my bucket list things. I studied architecture in college. Great Wall of China, it's just, to me, would be really cool to go to. I just don't know. It's just not a safe thing to do right now. What else? What else are we buying? I'm trying to think of. Like toilet paper. It's just like crazy to think you got to like start really planning ahead to get your toilet paper. We're Costco toilet paper. This is what we got. And I had 3 big cases of that stuff at the beginning, February, I guess it was, when I was really kind of prepping. And I'm getting down to, I need more toilet paper. So, and the problem is now, it's like every time you're only allowed 1 pack, one big case, which you say, oh, that's plenty. Not with the family of 5. And then, so just little things like that. If you know you need it and you're like, oh, I've already got some at home, go ahead and get, if you can afford it, pick it up. Make that list. So somebody asked me today, so am I a mask wearer? If I need to wear a mask, I wear a mask. Out of respect, like I know like Costco requires, grocery stores, some grocery stores require it. I was in, what was it the other day? And they required a mask. But if it's low traffic, to me, it's safer for me not to wear a mask because I'm fogging up my glasses and I'm touching and all that. So, but I have my mask, I have my gloves. I've been more sensitive of wearing my gloves, getting at the gas pump, things like that. But you know, let's talk about it's like all it takes is one contact with that glove, and then you go somewhere else and you've spread it somewhere else. So it's theoretically you're supposed to, every time you contact a certain area, you're supposed to remove that glove, put a new glove on. I think it's, you know, can get out of hand, but I'm pretty consistent on like the gas station deal, putting gloves. What do you guys do? Anything on your gloves and all that? So what else? Yard sales. Went to a couple this past weekend. Did not. I just wasn't in the buying mood. I'm just not into it. I don't know. It's kind of a different priority when you got kind of different things on the horizon and all that. So, all right, I want to thank everybody for popping in. I didn't know, like, Myra, I appreciate you wanting to hang out tonight. Hopefully it was good conversation. I don't know. I didn't even put the link in. I didn't even ask you. Does anybody want to pop in? I should have done that right from the get-go, but I'm going to put it up there. But honestly, I've got to get ready for tomorrow. I'm trying to go to bed early. Last night I think it was up till 2 o'clock. I was wasting a lot of time online too. So, so why don't we call? I put the link up there. Does anybody need to come in? Would like to come in? I will invest some time. But I wanted to, you know, Kendall, very rarely, I mean, she's like not on edge, but sometimes she wants to participate and other nights she doesn't. So tonight was a good night. I guess we got her on. And I thank you guys for hanging out. And I'm not sure who else is live right now, but just thanks all the love you guys have shown us and being patient with our YouTube channel and where we're going. I'm going to do probably this week film a Shed Wars video for the garden, and then maybe a seed video on planting some more seeds. Like I said, I'm trying to get all my plants planted with seed, try to be self-sufficient on that. And then the next step is some of the crop that I do get this year is basically harvest the seeds to basically use for next year, because it's not always convenient going to the store buying seed. So that's the next trick. But thank you guys for hanging out, and thanks for visiting and keeping the stream going and the thumbs up or the thumbs down. And make it a good week. So it's Tuesday. All right. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Got to work on Cooper Spanish.